So here we have another set. A city has 10 important landmarks: park, school, hospital, bus stand, mall, college, airport, city center, library and church. Each of these places is located exactly to the east, west, north or south of the railway station of the city in no particular order. Six friends A, M, D, S, G and N came to the railway station to board a train and are waiting for the train to arrive. The six people in the group decide to play a quiz game in which each of them is asked about the direction in which the 10 landmarks are located with respect to their present location, which is the railway station. They are awarded 5 points for every correct answer. No point was awarded for a wrong answer. Okay, that's right. So we have all the data now. So basically 10 landmarks are there and all of them are towards east, west, north or south of a railway station. They are also at the railway station right now and they would be guessing about that where are these landmarks with respect to the current location, which is the railway station. For every right answer they are getting 5 marks, no penalty for a wrong answer. Right, let's move ahead. The table given below shows the answer given by each of the persons for the respective places and the total points scored by them. So we have the points over here, the answers by them, and I'm pretty sure now straight away after this we have the questions. So we have to answer the questions based upon this data only. So from here we have to figure out which person has given which answers and what is the right answer, what is the wrong answer for all of them. Let's check them. How do we start with that? Generally, we start with those areas where we get either the maximum number of correct answers or the minimum number of correct answers. So I have Diljot giving 7 correct answers because 35 is a score, that means 7 correct answers. Similarly, Azimon has given 2 correct answers, Nandi has given 2 correct answers, Gubba has given 7, Mardok has given 5 and Shakliyash has given 3, right? So these are the correct answers given by them. Now I see maximum number of correct answers are given by Diljot and Gubba. They both have given 7 correct answers here. I am going to start with them. The reason. See, Diljot has maximum 3 wrong answers. Gubba has maximum 3 wrong answers. They both have got 7 correct answers. Let's check how many answers they match, how many answers they do not match. So the answer for park, they are giving a different answers. Diljot says south, Gubba says west. Their answers do not match here. Okay. For school, he says south, so their answers match here. For hospital, he says north, he says east, their answers do not match here. For bus stand, they both are saying north, their answers match. For mall, one says north, one says west, their answers do not match. For college, they both are saying south, their answers match. For airport, one is saying south, one is saying north, their answers do not match. For city center, he says west, he says south, their answers do not match. For library, east and west, their answers do not match. For church, their answers do match. I say that only 4 of their answers match. That is for school, for bus stand, for college and for church. So 4 answers are matching and the remaining answers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 answers do not match. Now the 6 answers that do not match, can I say Diljot and Gubba, they both would be correct, right? In these 6 answers, but not together, right? In one of them Diljot might be correct, in one of them Gubba might be correct. You might be currently thinking that there is a possibility that both of them are wrong in an answer, right? That is not possible. The reason is, that is, in total they should be having 14 correct answers. Is that right? In total they should be having 14 correct answers. 7 correct answers are given by Diljot and 7 correct answers are given by Gubba. Now, Diljot has given 10 answers, Gubba has given 10 answers, so they have given a total of 20 answers. And can I say, in the answer given by them for park, at least one answer is wrong. The answers given by them for hospital, at least one answer is wrong. Similarly for mall, airport, city center and library. I hope you are getting my point. That for others as well, there are 6 areas, that is park, hospital, mall, airport, city center, library, in which they will have at least one wrong answer because their answers do not match. Of course, both of them cannot be correct. So at least one wrong would be there. And I am saying that at most one wrong can be there. The reason is, even if they have at most one wrong in all 6 of them, 20 minus 6, they will have 14 correct answers then. Otherwise, if they are both wrong in any of them, they would have a total of 13 correct answers. That's not possible. I hope you got my point. That straight away means they will have 6 wrong answers in park, hospital, mall, airport, city center and library, and therefore they have all remaining correct answers. So in school, they both are correct. In bus stand, they both are correct. In college, they both are correct. And in church, they both are correct. I hope you are getting my point here. So south is the correct answer over here. That is correct for both of them. North is the correct answer for them in bus stand. South is the correct answer for them in college. And east is the correct answer by them for church. I hope you got my point here, right? Out of the remaining areas, at least one would be correct. We will be checking that as well. But yes, one thing is for sure, that in all these areas now, school, bus stand, college and church, we can talk about the wrong answers of the people as well, right? So let us say, if I talk about school, can I say Agimon has given the wrong answer, Nandi has given the wrong answer, and Shaklias has given the wrong answer. For bus stand, Agimon is wrong, Nandi is wrong, Mardok is wrong, Shaklias is wrong. For college, again all these people are wrong. For church, I can say this person is wrong, this person is wrong, and this person is wrong. So of course I have given the wrong answers in a different color and right answers in a different color. Here this guy is correct. Here this guy is also correct. Right? About the other areas, what can we say about the other areas? Let's start talking about that. About the other areas, for example, if I talk about park, can I say the correct answer is either south or west? Either Diljot is correct or Gubba is correct. So Nandi has to be wrong because east cannot be the correct answer. Similarly, Shaklias has to be wrong. Similarly, when I talk about hospital, either north or east is the correct answer, so all of them can be correct. Mall, for mall, either north or west is the correct answer, so south has to be wrong. For airport, either south or north is the correct answer, so all of them can be correct. For city center, they all can be correct. For library, either it is east or west, south has to be wrong. I repeat, for all the remaining areas, I am saying that one of these guys must be correct, right? So for park, either Diljot or Gubba is correct. For hospital, either Diljot or Gubba is correct. For others as well. So if one of them has to be correct, so the person who is not giving any of the answers, which is given by these two guys, has to be wrong. So this all is also filled now. So let me just remove these portions from here. So let me just remove these areas. Let me just remove this part as well. I'll move ahead from here. The next point I'm going to talk about is, now we have got 3 correct answers for Diljot. We have got no correct answer for Agimon. So Agimon would be having, 2 correct answers out of the remaining 5 answers. That gives us 10 possibilities, right? If out of 5 answers, 2 answers are correct, that is 5C2, 10 possibilities. When I talk about Nandi, he also has got 2 correct answers out of the remaining 5, which again gives you 10 possibilities. I'm sorry, for Agimon there were 5 possibilities. He has already 1 correct answer, which is east. When I talk about Gubba, Gubba has got 4 correct answers. So out of the remaining 6, he has got 3 more correct, which gives me 6C3, 15 possibilities. For Mardok, there are 6 possibilities left, out of which 4 more are correct. That gives us 6C4, 15 possibilities. But for Shaklias, I see that there are 3 correct answers out of the remaining 4. There are only 4 possibilities. So I am going to start with that Shaklias now, that I am going to make cases. I repeat, for Shaklias, 4 more answers are remaining. Out of these 4, 3 can be correct. So which 3 can be correct? This gives us 4 possibilities. I am going to check those 4 possibilities one by one, and we will check whether that satisfies for others or not. Let's start with the first possibility. So let us check the next possibility now. That is, Let's say east is correct here, south is correct here, and south is correct here. That is the third possibility that we are checking. So if east is correct, of course, this would be correct, this would be correct, north would be wrong, north would be wrong, and north would be wrong. Here again, south is correct, so all others are going to be wrong. Here again, south is correct, so west is going to be wrong. South is correct. And here west would be wrong, so ultimately all wests are wrong and north would be correct. Now this is the next possibility that we have with us. Is there any problem with this possibility? Let us check. If I talk about Diljot now, so Diljot is having 2 correct already along with east, so that's possible. If I talk about Hegemon, Hegemon has got 1 correct over here, which is east, 1 correct here as east, so that's also possible. If I talk about Nandi, Nandi has got 1 correct over here, which is north, 1 correct here, that is equal to south, that is also possible. Let's talk about the next one now. The next one is Gubba. Gubba has got 1 correct and 2 correct, that's also possible. Now let's talk about Mardok. Mardok has got total of 5 correct because his score is 25. 1 correct is south, 1 correct is this south. So apart from that, he need to have 3 more corrects. But he's left with only 2 options. One is this and one is this. And that's not possible with these 2 options only. So in this case, Mardok would not be having right answers, and therefore we can say that this possibility is also ruled out. So now I am just removing this portion as well, that this also is not correct, because we are left with only one possibility now, and that possibility has to be correct. So I am straight away finalizing the final case now. That final case is that east is correct, west is correct, south is correct, and south is correct. So I am marking them over here. This west is correct, this south is correct, and this south is correct. And henceforth, this east is going to be wrong. So this east is wrong. Let's fill them up now. If west is correct, west would be correct here as well. West would be correct here as well. If south is correct, so this south would also be correct. This south would also be correct. This south is correct, so this south would also be correct. This south would also be correct. If this east is wrong, of course, the north would be correct. So north would be correct, north would be correct, and north would be correct. So remaining answers are now going to be wrong. This east is wrong, this east is also wrong, this north is wrong, this north is also wrong. Similarly, here all the 3 norths are wrong, and similarly for this case, all the 3 wests are wrong. Have a look at this now. In case of Diljot, I hope you all can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 correct answers, right? That means he needs 1 more correct answer. His score is 35, so 1 more correct. That's possible. Look at Hegemon. Hegemon has got 1 correct answer, which is east, so he needs 1 more correct answer. That's also possible. If I talk about Nandi, Nandi has got 2 correct answers. One is this north and one is this south. So all other answers of Nandi must be wrong now. That means here west must be wrong. If west is wrong over here, so this west would also be wrong, this west would also be wrong, this west would also be wrong, and hence I can say this east is correct. And once again, then I can say this south is going to be wrong here. If the south is going to be wrong, that means west is going to be correct. So this is correct, this is correct, this is correct. Just have a look at all the figures now. Diljit has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 correct. So his score is 35. Hegemon has got 1 and 2 correct. So his score is 10. Nandi has got this and this 2 correct. So his score is 10. Gubba has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 correct. His score is 35. Mardok has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 correct. His score is 25, and hence at the end we have 3 correct. That is for Sheklias as well. So that makes the complete thing true. Now I hope you all can see that this all satisfies everything now. So if I come back to this now, let's go back to the questions. I have already put them into a table, and let's have a look at the questions now. Which of the following is located to the east with respect to the railway station? So with respect to the railway station, which of them is located towards the east? Let's have a look at this. So towards the east, so hospital, airport, library or park. So park is towards the west, as you all can see here. Airport is towards the south, as you can see here. Library is towards the east. That is the correct answer. So C option, east, is the correct answer for me. Now we just have to look at the table and answer the questions. So for question number 7, we can say the answer is library. So in this question it says which of these is or are located to the south with respect to the railway station. So I see that park is definitely not located to the south, so it is located to the west. So option A is gone, option C is gone, and hospital is located to the north, so this also is gone. So ultimately we are left with city center. So for question number 8, the answer is city center. Next is, for which of these places did the maximum number of friends answer correctly about the direction with respect to railway station? So for park, I see 3 people answered correctly, west, west, west. For bus stand, I see that 2 people answered correctly. For college, I see 2 people answered correctly. And for library, only 1 person answered correctly. So I see that 3 people answered correctly for park. So park should be the right answer. That is the highest among these options. Here it says, for which of these places did the minimum number of friends answer correctly about the direction with respect to the railway station? So last question was maximum, this is minimum. So bus stand is answered by 2 people correctly, library is answered by 1. Of course it has to be library because at least 1 has to be correct. So we don't have to check college and hospital because nothing can be less than 1. So minimum has to be library, B option. In which direction is the maximum number of places located with respect to the railway station? So maximum number of places located with respect to the railway station. If I look at this, so in north direction, hospital, bus stand, that is in north, there are only 2 of them. In east direction we have library and the church, that is 2 of them. In west direction we have park and the mall, that's only 2 again. So of course south has to be the largest, all 3 cannot be the answer. So south is school, college and airport and city center as well. So 4 of them are in the south, so answer of course would be south here. And finally, which of these is located in the opposite direction with respect to the railway station? So with respect to the railway station, opposite direction means either north and south, they are opposite, or east and west, which are opposite. So hospital and city center, hospital is to the north, city center is to the south. So north and south are opposite. So straight away first option is the answer. We do not need to check the other options because I see hospital and city center, they are located to the opposite of each other. And that was the last question of this set.